when you're elevating, when you're reaching your next levels, when you are receiving that promotion, that divine promotion, okay? You have to reset your mind to get rid of the old and to make space for the new, okay? You have to just resurface. You have to get rid of the old people, old environments, old plans. Have you ever went through your notebook and you literally just started crossing out all of the stuff that didn't do you no good in the last season, and you just, on a clear piece of paper or in a clear notebook, you wrote down the things that you had that did do you good in this season? And so now that these things are working, you're carrying these things into your new season to work on them harder, to make them more progressive. Okay? And so it's very important that we do this mental reset, because what I have noticed is that there are a lot of people who are not even aware that they are fighting some type of depression or some type of mental stagnation. There's a blockage. There is a distraction. There's some type of cloudiness that you may be experiencing, and it's not so much of a bad thing. Sometimes people beat themselves up and they think like they beat themselves up and they think as if this is a bad thing. No, it is actually a good thing, because now your body is telling you something, right? Your body is telling you that you're growing, and that some things in your life or in your mind are no longer serving any purpose. And so that is why you're getting the cloudiness. That is why you're feeling like you're having blockages and things like that. And it's very important that you do the mental reset, okay? And so a lot of people are looking outside of themselves. They find themselves they get on Instagram for 1 minute to look for something. All of a sudden, they completely forgot what they were looking for. They are on here for almost an hour. It even happens on YouTube, okay? When I first got off of social media, I found myself being addicted to YouTube. Like, I always wanted to watch a video or find something that fed my mind. But you have to find different ways to feed your mind, okay? So when that happens, when you find yourself doing it, it's like, because you are a trendsetter, you find yourself in those moments when you are being somebody that you do not want to be, because you are always climbing the ladder of elevation, right? And so when you realize that you are strolling too long, or that you done refreshed your feed too many times, you're like, hold up, wait a minute. If I don't refresh this feed 3 times and I'm seeing the same stuff, obviously it's nothing on here for me. You feel me? So when you find yourself in those moments of constantly just refreshing your feed or strolling or anything like that, that is telling you that it is time to get off of social media. It is probably overkill at this point. You probably should have been gotten off of social media. And so during the time of our mental reset, what we are doing is we opening up them journals. We are writing down our plans. We are writing down our next steps. We are crossing off the steps that we have already taken, the things that we have accomplished. We are also taking time to just read. Lately, when I wanted to just not have nothing to do with social media, I just been reading. I have an ebook by Wall Street Trapper, because I'm an investor and I'm heavy into the stock market and everything. And so when I find myself just feeling like, girl, you know better than this, you need to be productive right now, I go to my ebook and I read another 2 or 3 pages of the Wall Street Trapper ebook about investments and stuff like that. So reading is very, very fruitful to your mind. Okay, it teaches you a lot. As you're reading, you're learning patience, because sometimes you don't even want to read a whole page. You just want to skim through it, get it over with, whatever. But when you're actually reading and placing yourself in the setting of what you're reading, you're practicing patience. You are feeding yourself. You're showing yourself that you care about being your highest level of yourself, because at this time, nothing matters but what I'm feeding my mind. Nothing matters but this this education, this level up that I'm putting into my mind. And it's so important and it's so evident to my growth that I'm going to finish this page and then I'm going to move on to something else. Like, you don't have to read a whole book at once. Sometimes you can just read one page and then give it a break. And then the next day go back and read another page. But however, you do need to be reading. That's one way to do a mental reset. Another way to do a mental reset, the other day I did completely no social media for an entire 24 hours, which means I did not check my Instagram messages. I did not care about what business was coming to my messages, anything like that. I did not get on Instagram. I did not get on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Lemonade. Anything that I do, I did not get on it. I did not watch any YouTube videos. And it was so powerful because it showed me how to gain control over my days, gain control over my time, gain control over my mind. Okay? Because when you go all day without no phones, no social media at all, period, you start to see things within yourself. Like when it happened, I was realizing, okay, I want to hear music. Okay. Well, why don't you just sing? You remember some songs, sing to yourself. You don't have to get on social media because one minute you're listening to a song, the next minute you're watching a video and so on and so on. And so I didn't want that to be a result. So I just did not get on there. So when I wanted to hear music, I started singing. When I felt like I was bored, I said, it's time for me to read. It's time for me to clean up. It's time for me to cook. I was getting up early in the morning, cooking breakfast. Okay. Cooking breakfast because I wanted to stay occupied, doing exercise, picking out your outfits for the next day, getting your homework done, just certain things. Like, you can do things that does not require you to stroll down social media all day. You have no idea how much time that is killing away from your progress. And then you're sitting somewhere wondering why you know that you're capable of greatness, but you're just one step away. Some of us are literally only one step away from everything that we wanted. Literally one step away from that 100,000, one step away from that million, one step away from that new home, one step away from an 8-figure business, an online store that is producing 8 figures a month. Some of us are only one step away. And if we really execute, put forth the effort, manage our money and our time wisely, we will literally be standing in it. Okay? So I wanted to come and give you guys this today because we all need a mental reset. Go for a swim, go for a walk, whatever it is. And I feel like every moment that you have that it's not mandatory that you're doing something, make it productive in another way. Like, okay, well, today I'm going to look up a new stock that I might want to invest in. I want to look up and see, how it's been doing. I want to look at the company financials, whatever it is. Doing your research and like keeping yourself on game of what's going on out here is way more valuable than posting a picture, trying to gain the approval of other people, just everything that goes along with the whole social media thing. It really does nothing for you, to be honest with you. Once you have done so much work, you can stop by social media, post and let people know what you have going on in case they are interested or something like that. But when it comes to actual motion, we getting that out here in the streets. We getting that in these books. We getting that looking at the market and making wise investments and stuff like that. Social media is not it. Those people are making so much money off of us just strolling on their apps all day. Look up how to create your own app. Look for your next vendor, your next manufacturer for your merch. Let's get into it. Learn some new marketing strategies, how to do email marketing. Hire you a marketing team. Search for the best people to add to your team so that you can expand quickly. There is much for us to do during this time. Yeah, inflation going crazy, but we have all of the tools. We have massive access to information. We have a lot that we can use to become successful. We are the next millionaires and billionaires, trendsetters. So again, go ahead and give yourself that mental reset, because you are recharging. You are rebooting your system, okay? You are on another level, and it is a lot of things that you need to remove from your previous season to make room for everything that is in your present and your future seasons, okay? With that being said, don't forget to add me on Instagram and YouTube at Donnathebillionaire. Continue to tune in, because it's a lot of good stuff here, and I'm so excited. This was my first month ever checking my analytics on Spotify, and I have 61 listeners on the Trendsetterz podcast. Okay, like Trendsetterz on the Go podcast. Let's get that all the way correct. So I'm just excited, because 61 may not seem like a lot, but that's 61 people who are dedicated to a better them, being their highest level of themselves. Like, it's a reason why we are called the 1%. It's not many of us who think the way that we think. So congratulations. I'm so excited for your next season. It's been prophesied over us that this is our winning streak, and it's going to be consecutive wins in this season. You're not going to constantly, see losses and see aborted missions, okay? Do that mental reset. Manage your time wisely. Don't get tricked off the streets, okay? Because it's a lot going on around us that is trying to trick us off the streets. But if you stay focused, it's like you zoom right past everybody, because you're in a different dimension. While they worried about chains and posting pictures, we are having $1 million stock portfolios, okay? So let's get into it. Make sure you check all my platforms, Donna the Billionaire, for my link tree or anything that I'm doing. But I had to come give y'all this good message today. So receive, and I will see you next time. Bye.